Hi, this lesson is about mind mapping and where we're going to go with mind mapping. So first things first, we're going to get started with the six hats. The six hats is a mind mapping technique. It's made popular by Edward de Bono, and it's a very good way to organize your argument of a particular problem statement. Well, the ultimate goal is to get an answer, to get a solution, and that's the whole purpose of this. You put your arguments together, and then somehow you'll come up with some kind of answer. So, as we get started with this, we're going to take six colors, and if you've got six different colored markers, now is a good time to try. But before we get started, what are we going to mind map about? Well, this is going to lead up to your next assignment. So what's going to happen is I'm going to first write down a few keywords. Let's try a few keywords, okay? Now, how about the first one? Can you think of something? I can't hear you. Oh, well, never mind. I could maybe think about maybe a watch, yeah? How about another word? Okay, I could think of a boat. How about a bird? Something organic. How about let's say anything can you think of? How about lipstick? Okay. How about a rocket? How about how about we don't want machine because it's kind of complex, but maybe a brush. Okay. Right. So we've got these few keywords, and maybe we'll think for some more words. Maybe a phone. Well, phone's kind of complex, isn't it? Let's just get rid of phone. How about um, tape? Yeah. Rock. Okay. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to try to take one of these words and apply the first step of creative thinking, the questioning technique, and try to create some kind of problem. We're just trying to get ourselves an excuse to do a mind mapping thing. Um, Funny, innit? Okay, let's just give it a try. Let's see. Now, maybe choose a different color here, and okay, let's try this. Right, watch. Well, how many ways can a watch? Oops. Let's rewind this. Right. Can a watch? Guess what? Same mistake. Can a watch be used? Right. How many ways can a watch be used? Big question mark. And same thing. Maybe boat. They say, can boats fly? Or maybe we want to make it a statement using artificial wings can make boats fly. So see, it doesn't really have to. It doesn't really have to be a question. It can be some kind of a statement. How about a bird? What can we do with a bird then? Um, Can we become birds? Right? So you might want to think about that. Okay. And then maybe you have other things about rocket, brush. Well, if it's rocket, can rockets be applied? Or in other words, you could say if you apply a rocket onto another vehicle, the vehicle you could push the vehicle really fast, and we can call it something else. Maybe it's innovation. Brush. What can we do with brush? Brush can be something to do with maybe upcycle a brush. Yeah, upcycle a brush. So you might want to think of things that you want to do with a brush or a tape. You might want to think of things that you want to do with a tape. You could use tape for what? And a rock. Now, rock, maybe not the literal rock, maybe it could be music kind of rock. Now, what if something like this is possible? Now, yeah, put the screen a little larger. There you go, so you can see the whole thing down there. Okay, so now let's go to the next page. Now, let's pick one of these problems. Let's say, which one do you want to pick? You want to pick the watch thing? You want to pick the lipstick thing? Or you want to use... Well, we never really covered the lipstick. We could think about rock. How about maybe the watch thing? Okay, so okay, fine. Let's go with the watch. Or let's go with the boat. Great. Yeah. So now, boat. What was the boat again? Yeah, can boats fly? Now, if you put artificial wings on a boat, maybe the boat can glide on the water. There's got to be something there. But let's look from different angles, 6 different angles. Now, if you're going to look from six different angles, this is how it's going to go. And let's start off with boats, flying boats. So you might want to think about flying boats, right? So let's say actually flying boats exist. I mean, they have planes that can land on the water. You used to call them flying boats. Yeah. So you got a circle. That's something like that in the center. Then you're going to apply the first one, the white hat. I'm going to choose gray for the white hat, something more grayish. Now for the white hat, yeah. Now I'm going to make a very simple mind map using the 6 hats. Now what is a flying boat? Boat, well, all the white hat represents information, data and facts. So we're talking about flight, okay, and boat. You got flight, you got boat. Then what does flight do? Flight requires lift, yeah, and it's got all this data about flight, which I don't have the time to put that in here right now. Let's just assume that I've got all the facts down here, and a boat that floats, okay. So the boat floats and things like that. So you got data, right? So the next hat is, how about the what's the implications of a flying boat, a boat that can fly? Now we're talking about literal boat that flies. So how about we choose the different color? Let's say I'm being very negative. Let's go with the black hat. Let's see. Now, is it, maybe it's unnecessary. Hang on. It's unnecessary. It doesn't work. So it's very negative. So if you have it very negative, then it's probably, that's the black hat. Black hat's job is to have it negative. So all the negative reasoning about the flying boat, then the opposite of the black hat, let's go with the yellow hat, which is the positive one. And he says it'll be exciting because high benefits. It's good transportation. Okay, so you got this branch, right? So you got the positive. Then you got the how about what's the next hat? How about the red hat? Okay, now let's go with the red hat. The red hat's the emotional hat. Okay, now this is, the yellow is positive, black is negative, the white is information. Then you got the red one that says it's people will be happy. Yeah, there you go. So they say that happiness, it generates happiness, a thrill for kids. Okay, could say magical or whichever, so you have the emotional impact of the flying boat. Then the next thing is you could try the have you got the white hat, the black hat, the yellow hat, the red hat? Have you left out anything? 2, 3, 4. Ah, yeah, two more. The green hat. Now the green hat is creativity. This is the most exciting one. Okay, so now let's see. Flying boat. How will it look like? Maybe it would look like a boat that looks kind of like that, and so you've got wow, something like wings. Yeah, you can actually doodle. Yeah, so you've got a flying boat, right? And it's got wings. It's got some kind of engine at the bottom that you can actually fly. It's got something here, so you could say, well, this is about innovation. So yeah, there you go. So a flying boat, it's possible. So because it's possible, there's much benefit. It could carry passengers. Yeah, if you could carry passengers in it, or you could actually have, you know the boat can actually sort of like skim over water. So maybe the boat kind of like that. Then let's see if I pick a little blue here. Yeah, so you could kind of like say that the boat can sort of like, you know lift and skim over water. So you can have little tiny illustrations to illustrate your idea. So this is all the innovation thing. Okay, so we want to call this one the let's just say you pick this one, and we call this the uh, the winged fish. There you go. Okay, so that's for creativity. Now, how are you going to make that work? That's the blue hat. Now, the blue hat, it's not blue enough, isn't it? Let's try a proper blue one. There you go. So you got, yeah, that's more blue. Now, how about how are you going to make that work? So you're going to have all this information. That's funny, I'm not writing. So you got all these schematics, and you got all these bits, how the wing will look like, and you have other things that you can do. So there you go. The blue hat is really about how you plan to get that going, how you plan to bring it to life, the logistics, the strategy, and how you want to introduce the flying boat or whichever. The green hat is about the creativity behind it, behind the idea, the innovative aspects that's possible, and the red hat is about the implications, the emotional effects of this particular product. Then the yellow hat is about the positive benefits about this particular product or this invention. Then the black hat is about, no, it doesn't work. It's negative. And probably the bad things that could happen. If the boat crashes. And so on and so forth. You could actually talk about that. Then the white hat, of course, is about just information. So it's quite balanced, you see. So you got pretty balanced kind of thing. That's the nice thing about a white hat. I know I explained this very spontaneously in a very simple way, but it's basically that. You can apply this technique on anything, on any kind of problem-solving need. Yeah. So why don't you try? Pick one keyword from here and something like that, one of these, or you can come up with your own keyword, and you could actually think of something that you might want to do and make possible. Right, so that's for part one. That's basically for the exercise that you need to do. Now you can post your mind map into your idea journal or onto your blog, right? And then we'll move on to the next bit. Catch you later.